Alright, John Oakes here, coming to you from HANKSTERS Hot Rods in our Indiana, Pennsylvania location. I'm going to show you today our newest addition to our inventory, this being a very nice red 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle. We believe this to be a true SS, and as we go through everything here on the underside as well as up above, we'll point out to you the reasons why. Starting underneath the back, just like we always do, we get to see the fuel tank here underneath. Again, stock factory tank here. Looks to be in real good shape. They've painted this one black, but you can see there's no dents or dings in this tank whatsoever. All of the mounting hardware, the straps on both sides, your bolts and everything, those are all in good condition. You can also see your rear frame sections back here and how good a condition that those are in too. Nice and straight. Those aren't marked up in whatsoever at all. The exhaust system, we start out at the front with long tube headers, dual exhaust all the way back, dual Flowmaster mufflers, and then we do have correct tailpipes here up over top of the rear end, out through the tail of the car. Now they did go with chrome tailpipe extensions to exit out the back of the car, so a nice little touch. They're nice box tips there too, so gives it a real nice look. As far as the rear end on this car goes, we have a 12-volt rear end on it. The shocks look to be in really good shape. Look to be fairly new. You know, again, they've got, you know, a few miles on them, but again, they look to be in all good shape. All the mounting hardware on those, the bushings and so forth, those look to be good. Now, with your Super Sport Chevelles, some of the things that you can look for on the underside of the car to determine that would be front and rear sway bars, your boxed in lower control arms, things like that. You can definitely see that on this car. So along the back end here, you see it does have the rear sway bar connected from lower control arm to lower control arm, just as it should be. Speaking of lower control arms, these are boxed. So along the bottoms, you'll see that they have the boxed reinforcements on both sides. So again, that's kind of a tall tale sign that this is an SS car, or that we believe it to be one. As far as trunk floors and floors, you know, underneath the car, looks to be all original metal, no patching whatsoever, no holes whatsoever in this car. Very solid, very sound car. Standing under the center of our 69 Chevelle here, now we'll be able to take a little better look here at the floors. Again, all original sheet metal under here, original floors. You can see just how good a condition that they are. Both sides, again, no patching, there's no holes, all the structural integrity of the car you can see very well intact. Even your frame rails all the way up through on both sides, you can see how nice and straight everything is. You can tell the car was cared for and never beat around. Again, everything straight, not bent. Your transmission cross member, again, it's in good condition also. Looks like they may have put a new tail shaft mount back here. That urethane, you know, bushing back here, that's in good shape. Transmission, it is an automatic. This is a turbo 400 automatic. A little further up here, you can see that they went with the chrome flywheel cover. That's just going to keep a lot of dirt and debris away from that flywheel, make that last a heck of a lot longer. Again, I've already mentioned the long tube headers here coming off of that big block motor, the dual exhaust. You can see how nicely that was done too. All the bends very nicely done, very uniform from side to side too. Comes back here, they kick up a little bit to go to your mufflers. Again, these are dual Flowmaster mufflers here as well. Emergency brake cables, those are all hooked up. All the correct hardware, your J-hook through your frames, just all the cables all the way back to the rear drum brakes on the car, everything all hooked up and in good shape. And now we're here underneath the front end of our 69 Chevelle here. Again, on this car, all stock suspension components and steering components. So all of your stock stamped, your lower control arms, your upper A arms. Again, front sway bar on this car, just like on the rear, had the rear sway bar. Tie rods, those look to be in good shape too. Ball joints, you can tell it's been greased. The little rubber dust boots are all intact. Again, it looks like it's been maintained well under here. Sway bar end links, you can see the bushings up there are in good shape. Shocks, springs, good shape. The lower control arms have the little rubber bump stops on them still, so that's all good. Power steering car, power brake car. It is disc brake up front, and as far as what this car rides on for wheels and tires, we have factory 15-inch rally wheels with the beauty rings and the center caps. And then we also have a pair of original looking, these are Firestone Super Sport wide oval. These are the red line tires. The size on them is F70 15s on all four corners. So it gives it that nice classic original look to the outside of the car here. And you'll see that once we have it done. As far as other things here to mention underneath here while we're here, again, the frame, all good and straight. The front cross member, you can see that again the car was well taken care of, never beat, never run over anything. You can see how nice and straight that front cross member is. Looks like we've got a stock style radiator in there too. But other than that, we don't need to get into anything more. We'll get into all of that whenever we go up above the car and inside the engine compartment and go over the rest of the car there. So, with that said, we're all done with the underside. We'll go ahead and get it down off the lift, and we can take you around the outside of the car next. Okay, we've got our 69 Chevelle here down off the lift now and outside. You can see it's a nice, beautiful day here in the state of Pennsylvania. And again, beautiful car, beautiful day. We've got bright red 69 Chevelle. Again, as I said on the underside video, I believe this to be a real SS. Again, everything on the underside just kind of, hints at the fact that it was a real SS. Steel SS hood here. Very nice paint on the whole entire car. Laser straight down the sides. So again, very nice. You've got the bright wheel lip moldings here. You've got, again, I mentioned this before, factory steel rally wheels complete with the beauty rings and the center caps there. We've got those Firestone wide oval red line tires there. Again, those were the F70 15s on this car. So 15-inch rally wheels the whole way around, and that's the same size tire the whole way around also. All of your marker light bezels, those are in excellent shape here. There's no cracks or anything even in the lenses, so that everything's nice there. You see it's got the black stripe there, the black SS stripe the whole way down the side. You also have the SS 396 emblems here on the back side of the front fenders. You'll notice up here on the tops of the doors, we have on both sides your driver and passenger side mirrors. We have the bright drip rail moldings here also in the car, and those are in excellent shape. No dents, no dings, no scratches. Beautifully chromed, beautifully polished, so very nice on there. Your door fitment, you can see your gaps on the front side of the door and also back on the back side of the door. Very uniform front to back, and elevation and fitment of the door is excellent on this car too. As we come back here, we'll just briefly open the door up just to take a quick peek, because we'll go inside here just a little bit later. But you'll see that bright red paint continued on the interior here of the doors. Back here in the door jamb, you've got very nice threshold plates in the car. All black vinyl interior, bucket seats in here, headrests on them. Everything's just nice. The SS 396 emblems and so forth throughout the entire interior of the car. Weather stripping around the doors is very nice. No cracks, no tears, no chunks out of it, so it looks to be fairly new, and you shouldn't have any problems with it sealing up from the elements. Even your little door jamb U-seals here are in excellent shape. You see the door striker too. That looks to be all new too. So again, that's all good. You can see it shuts real nice and easy there too. As we work our way back, again, you got those wheel lip moldings on the back too. The wheels and tires, just as we stated before. And again, the bezel around the side marker lights here in good shape, lens in excellent shape as well. Here we are around the back of our 69 Chevelle now, so we'll go ahead and take a look. First thing that catches your eye is that big front, or big rear bumper, I should say. Beautifully chromed. There's no pitting or anything. Polished up, very nice. I mean, you can see, you know, just about any amount of detail in this. You've got it there. You've got the chrome tailpipe extensions down below that. So again, we already saw the underside where it's got the tailpipes exiting out the rear. Those are your nice finishing touch there for the exhaust system. Your tail lights here, the bezels around the tail lights, you can see just how nice those are. The lens covers also, no cracks or little chips or nothing like that whatsoever. These things are in excellent condition as well. You see the black small tail panel piece here across here. That black is in nice shape. All of your bright work above and below that in excellent shape too. The SS 396 emblems right here in the center of the tail panel. On the trunk lid, you've got the Chevelle script emblem up here as it should be, and then you can see the fitment on that trunk. Your door or your trunk gaps the whole way around, very uniform. Elevation, it fits really nice. They've got everything matched up and lined up here real nice. If you look up above here just a little bit further, you can see that bright work around the rear glass. It's in excellent shape too. There's no scratches, no buff marks, nothing on this thing. It is very nice. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open this trunk up now, and we'll take a look on the inside. You will not be disappointed here either. This trunk is in excellent condition. First of all, your weather stripping the whole way around looks to be fairly new. There's no chunks out of it, no cracks, no tears. No dry rotting or anything like that. So it looks to be newer, and it's in there and installed very, very nice. The trunk itself, we got a trunk mat in here. Not that it's needed so much, but the trunk's in excellent shape. The floor itself is painted with this black. I'm not sure the exact word for it, but it's kind of like an undercoating, but it's a special trunk paint. This whole trunk is all done like that. So again, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever with any rust or anything on this thing. Again, all one-piece trunk floor, very nicely done. It even has a full-size spare tire in here, mounted on a steel wheel. Now it's not a matching tire to the rest of them, but the tread on this thing is like brand new. It's a Mastercraft Avenger GT tire, so if you need it in a pinch, you've got a full-size spare. You even have the original bumper jack in here, the whole assembly for it. So again, if you're out on the road and you would happen to need it, it's there. Otherwise, it's just in there for show. The underside of that trunk lid, you can see that same bright red paint as the rest of the car. And that's really about it on the back side here of our Chevelle. We'll go ahead and close this up. You can see it closes nice and easy. And now we'll go ahead and work our way up the passenger side on our way to the front. Okay, here now we've just moved around to the passenger side, and again, everything's going to be the same up this side as what it was over on the driver's side. So just real quickly, we'll rehash everything. Again, the bezels around your side marker lights here, those are in great shape. The lens covers themselves in excellent condition. That bright red paint, super smooth, laser straight down the side of this car. You've got that black SS stripe that runs the whole way from the tail to the nose on this car. Again, that's a real good look SS stripe. That bright work here for your wheel lip moldings, the 15-inch steel rally wheels with those red line Firestone wide oval tires. Again, the size on those was the F70 15s. F70 15s the whole way around. Again, bright work here on your drip rail moldings. Again, you can just see how nice those things are polished up. Again, no scrapes or anything at all on those things. Very nice. Your door gap on this side. Check out the back side here, and then you can look up at the front side there. Gaps very uniform. Fitment and elevation excellent on this car. We'll go ahead and open this up here, and again, take a look just real quickly here. Again, the red on the door, on the inside of the door, the weather stripping the whole way around in excellent condition. Even the little rubber bump stops, both on the top and the bottom of your door there. Again, black vinyl interior, black carpeting. It's got the Chevelle Ss floor mats in it, all of which we'll see a little better when we get in. All the SS trim throughout. So excellent thing, excellent car here, both top to bottom, inside and outside. Again, you see how easy that door shut fits, really, really nice. Back up here again, we already mentioned the mirrors, both over on this side and over on the driver's side, all matching. Back up here again, the SS396 emblems on the back side of the front fender. You've got the fender top mount antenna there for the radio. Again, bright work for your wheel lip moldings. Those factory steel rally wheels back up here to the front. All right, here we are sitting inside of our '69 Chevelle here. So we'll take a look and show you, what the interior of this car looks like now a little better. We've got, again, all black vinyl interior, factory black and vinyl interior. You've got the black door panels. Those are in excellent condition. You've got the black factory dash, got the black dash pad up here on top. They did paint some of that though, so all of your surround and your glove box area here is all painted that same exterior color as what or same red color as the exterior of the car is. The dash pad, again, in excellent shape. There's no cracks or anything in it, so again, that's nice. You've got a sport style steering wheel on your factory steering column. As far as instrumentation goes, you've got a factory 120 mile an hour speedometer in the dash, as well as the factory gas, generator, water temperature, and oil pressure gauge. All of those all in one over here. Now they did add in an aftermarket tack, but they did a very nice and tasteful job of it. They put it, there's a spot right here in the center of the dash, and they put it right in there. Fits really, really good right in there. You don't even know it's actually added in there. Now they do have a few other aftermarket gauges here as well. You've got an aftermarket temperature gauge, aftermarket oil pressure gauge, and an aftermarket voltmeter gauge. So again, some of the reasons why they may have added the extra gauges, one of which is aftermarket stuff is a little more accurate than the factory stuff would have been, and sometimes those factory gauges may not work, so they put those in so you do have something that you can monitor. You've got the factory style heater controls right here in the dash still. You also have the factory automatic center console right here with the horseshoe shifter here for that turbo 400 transmission. Again, we've got the bucket seats with the headrests on them. All the seat belts are present. You've got retractable seat belts here in the front. You've got the normal seat belts in the back seat. You even have the shoulder harness belts that are tied up top here along the headline, just as they would have been back in 1969. We have, as far as aftermarket stuff, we have a radio in here that they did upgrade. So we've got a Sony AM/FM CD player, and they did go ahead and put some Pioneer speakers in here too, just to give you a little bit better sound system to listen to while you're out cruising around in this car. Other than that, we've got the SS396 trim throughout, just to kind of help signify that it is an SS Chevrolet Chevelle, and that's really about it. We'll go ahead now outside. We'll go ahead and fire this thing up and show you what it sounds like. All right, now here we are at the front end of our Chevelle. Again, you can tell this car very iconic with the dual headlamps up front there for your high and low beams. Speaking of the high and low beams, your lenses on those headlights, those are in excellent shape too. You're not going to see any cracks or any chips out of those. Again, those are your old school sealed beams, but again, all are working and all in excellent condition. Even the headlight bezels themselves, what those the buckets, what they sit into, you can see the black inside there, very nice, and again, the bright work around those is in excellent shape too. Your grille itself, you got the bright trim work here, top, middle, and bottom. You've got the SS396 emblem right in the center of the grille, And then the blacked out grill itself's in excellent condition too. Just has one little spot down here where there's one little tiny plastic bar that's kind of half of it missing there. But other than that, the rest of this car is in excellent condition. You see that bright front bumper there, beautifully chromed, beautifully polished up. Again, you're not going to find a flaw there. As you can see up on the header panel, we've got the Chevelle script emblem up here, just like we had back on the trunk lid. And again, that steel SS hood. You can see the scoops, the grill work back on the scoops there in excellent shape. And you can see the gaps on the hood, how they run very uniform front to back, all the way around that hood, very uniform. We'll go ahead and pop our hood now. And now we're going to take a look at what powers this car. Once we open it, first thing is we're all red underneath the hood here. So that same bright red paint, we have it on the underside of our hood. We've got the proper hood insulation in there as well. And now it brings us to the power plant. This is a non-original motor. This is a 1970 402 cubic inch big block Chevy motor. Excellent running car. You can see it's got the chrome air cleaner sitting on top. It's got the polished aluminum valve covers with the flames engraved in them also. We've got a breather on the one valve cover, the PCV valve on the other cover. This car is a power brake car. It was disc up front, drum in the rear, and power steering. Again, as far as suspension goes, we had all the stock suspension components on this car. Back to motor stuff, we have hooker headers on this, long tube headers. We've got the Coolflex top radiator hose, very nice touch to help detail it out a little bit. And then we have Coolflex heater lines also on this car. A lot of guys will do the top radiator hose, but they don't go to the extent of doing the rest of them. This guy did here. We've got automatic transmission. Again, it was that turbo 400 transmission. Polished aluminum intake on this car. You've got, looks to be an Edelbrock carburetor. I can get you the number off of that. It is a 1411 2384. That's the carburetor that's on it, on top of that polished intake. And then it's also an electric choke. For ignition, they did upgrade the ignition system on this. They went to a Mallory ignition, and that's the Hi-Fire 6AL. So I would assume it's probably along the same lines as, say, an MSD 6AL box. Just different name brand is all. So you have that. Looks like they put an aftermarket alternator on there too. So the charging system on this car will be in good condition as well. Mechanical fuel pump, and that's really about it. You got this nice little chrome piece here on top of the radiator, but the radiator itself is just a stock factory style radiator. You see it's got the plastic shroud on it, and then it does have a like a Flexolite style 6-blade fan on it for cooling. And again, those do a good job. You know, when you're just sitting around, you know, in traffic, they cool very nice. But then once you get out on the road, they tend to flatten out, so it you know, takes away some of that resistance there of the motor turning it over. So nice little addition that they put, you know, on the car there. So other than that, that's really it. We'll go ahead and get this hood shut for you now, and we'll take a listen and see what it sounds like. After that, obviously, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, you can definitely give us a phone call or shoot us an email. All of our contact information will be made available to you through the video, and you can also get to us through our website.